Question: are people in Mexico better off? Here are four scenarios for me. First one is I make 4,000 doing Uber, and these are my expenses actually right now, and I'm only left with $74, if 74 a month. So I'm not saving anything right now. Um, or I make 4,000 and I'm very tight about my budgeting. I sell one of my cars. I don't go out much. I eat less. Outside food and only eat in. I could save about $1,000, and that's mainly because of the insurance, and the car payment will go down. Will save me a lot of money. The next scenario is I move to Mexico. I make 1,500 a month by, I don't know, somehow online. I was thinking working online with with this thing called Camly, so where you teach English online, and it pays about $10 an hour. In Mexico, that's pretty good, and that's working 5 hours a day, I think, every day, which I'm more than willing to do. I already do right now, like 8 hours a day, doing Uber for 6 days, and that's just driving. This is just socializing 5 hours. I think I could manage 5 hours socializing, teaching English, and it's very casual. It's not like very structured or anything like that. So this would be my expenses in Mexico, about 1,180, and I'll be left with 340, which is okay. And 5 hours a day working, which is really nice. I kind of like this option. And there's a situation where people in Mexico, um, like my uncles and stuff, this is pretty much their expenses. There's zero for housing because they saved up and made a house. And this is like small towns, very, very small towns. This is not the city. This is kind of how a lot of people in Mexico live as well. As a lot of people live in the cities, but a lot of people also live in small towns, rural areas where they milk cows for a living and they sell the milk. Their utilities are like maybe around $50. Car maintenance like 30. They do their own oil. Food and clothing, it's about 150 because they eat home a lot, and food is like 50% cheaper. Um, Subscriptions, well, cell phone, they pay prepaid probably. Gasoline 100 because they drive within the little town a lot, and it's maybe a little bit more because they do drive big trucks and they need to have big trucks, but they only go out of like the small towns maybe twice a week around there. For fun, maybe $50. If they drink, way more, but if they're just home, and maybe zero, for fun, maybe, yeah, they go out to eat at the local little restaurant or something like that. So it comes out about $400 a day, which sounds about right. People in Mexico make about like 20, maybe 30, maybe, yeah, like $20 a day, which comes out to like $20 a day. That's 600 a month, I think. Yeah, I think that's 600 a month. Some only make 15, some only make 10, like 200 pesos a day, and that's very, very low. That's like $10 a day. But that's a situation for them. If they just make a little bit more by teaching English online, which would be awesome. They manage to learn English and teach English online, or do something online. For me, ideally would be, I get my shit together and start trading profitably, stocks and forex or whatever. So whose situation is better? Right now I'm right here, pretty bad situation. Manageable, kind of, barely. I could sell a car. I could be in a better situation by going here, or just change my life drastically and go to Mexico, or move to a different state where it would be in between these two, because my housing expense would be probably, I'll be able to have a house and only pay $400 or $500 a month for the mortgage. And I'll also get rid of one car. I'll be able to save more, pay off the car faster, so I only have one car payment, or no car payments. And food might be cheaper. Gasoline for sure would be cheaper in a different state other than California. Almost half as cheap, or 40% cheaper. So gasoline expenses would be less. Health, it's probably about the same. Insurance, maybe a little bit less, possibly. But that's pretty much it for the video, and I hope you enjoyed it. Just take that into account. Nothing. This is just a brief explanation of what my thought process is when it comes to budgeting. All right, see you on the next video. Bye bye.